welcome back to Just Read a Book. I am Jess, and today we are diving into a very exciting video. Today I'm going to be talking all about our upcoming trip to Disneyland. So I am very excited to have you guys join me on this video where I am going to be talking all about our upcoming trip to Disneyland, bringing you guys along on some of the packing and the different ways that I am getting ready for this trip. And I am even more excited for it because this is all happening while I am currently in the midst of drafting my Sleeping Beauty retelling and working on my series of fairy tale retellings. So today is Monday, May 5th, and we are going to be heading to Disneyland in just a few weeks. On May 21st is going to be our travel day to Disneyland. And like I said, I am super excited to bring you guys along because I'm going to be using this trip to Disneyland as an excuse and an opportunity to do some research for my series that I'm currently working on. Yes, this trip to Disneyland is a special one because we are going to be celebrating our 10-year wedding anniversary, and we're also going to be staying at the Disneyland Hotel, a hotel that I have been wanting to stay at for years, but also it is the perfect opportunity to do some research. It's a chance for me to dive into the fairy tale worlds, to be surrounded by a little bit of that Disney magic, get to do the walkthrough of Sleeping Beauty Castle and check out Fantasyland, and just be kind of immersed in those magical feelings and that kind of fairy tale setting. Where else can you be immersed in that kind of setting in the real world? Especially on this trip, this is going to be a little bit different for us because typically when we go to Disneyland, we go in the fall. We have been going in the fall for the last several years. We used to go to Mickey's Halloween Party when they used to have it in Disneyland. We have attended Oogie Boogie Bash in California Adventure, and over the last couple of years we have gone to Disneyland with Nick's family, some of Nick's family members, and as I said, we have always gone in the fall. So now we are going in May. The last time we went around this time of year, we went for Memorial Day, but that was right after COVID, I believe. And so it's been a few years since we went in this time of year. So figuring out what to pack and what we want to wear and what the weather is going to be like is always super important for obvious reasons. So if you know me and you've been around for a while, you know that I'm a huge Disney fan. We go to Disney pretty regularly. We visit Disneyland often and try to go to Disney World typically at least once a year. This year, because Nick is currently on the kidney transplant list, he cannot travel all the way to Florida, so we will not be taking a trip to Disney World this year. Fingers crossed that he will get his transplant in the next year, and maybe in 2026 we can take our Disney World trip. That's one of the reasons why we are staying at the Disneyland Hotel, which is a quite expensive hotel, is because not only that it's our anniversary, but this is also probably our one trip this year. So we want to make the most of it. So I do have an entire Disney playlist that you can go back and watch all of our vlogs throughout the years. I don't even know when the first Disney vlog that I did was. I honestly don't remember. But I have an entire playlist of both Disneyland and Disney World, and a short montage type video of the one Disney cruise that we have done, and we will be doing another one in the future once Nick has his transplant. So I will put that in the card above or down below in the description if you want to go check out some of our other Disney videos. We do always rent a scooter for Nick because he cannot walk very well. He has a bad knee, as well as very low circulation in his feet due to his medications for his kidney, and so he has a hard time walking. So we have been getting him a scooter for several years now, and we always use the same companies. We have one company in Florida that we use and one company in Anaheim that we use, and so we will be using that company again this year. It is mobility, Select Mobility Scooters. They are located in Anaheim. They're they don't really have a storefront. They have a desk where they meet people, and then they kind of operate out of there, and it is literally across the street. They operate out of a Howard Johnson hotel across the street from Disneyland, and the best part is that they will deliver the scooter directly to your hotel where you are staying, or wherever it is that you're staying. So they will deliver it right to the hotel and pick it up from the hotel. So the scooter will be there waiting for Nick as soon as we arrive. As I mentioned, one of the things that I'm most looking forward to for this trip is that I am currently working on a fairy tale retelling. I think it'll be a great opportunity to do some research, to kind of immerse myself in that fairy tale environment, the magic of Disney, the magic of the fairy tales. It's kind of perfect that I'm working on a Sleeping Beauty retelling, as It is Sleeping Beauty Castle within Disneyland. I think it will be a treasure trove of just inspiration and motivation and just ideas for this story. I'm really excited to walk around and take notes and just kind of think my way through the different aspects of my story and take any inspiration from the park that I can. So I think it'll be a really fun way to immerse myself into the story in real time, in real life. So as I mentioned before, this trip is going to be even more special because it is our anniversary. We have spent many a milestone in the Disney parks. We actually went to Disney World on our honeymoon and have celebrated birthdays and all kinds of celebrations in the Disney parks. So I'm very excited. This is just another time that we get to do that. Like I said, we are going to be staying at the Disneyland Hotel, which is somewhere that I have been wanting to stay for years, ever since the first time we went to Disneyland. We have wanted to make it happen for a while now, but it is a pretty expensive hotel. The rooms can be upwards of $800 a night, and it's hard for me to justify spending that much for 2 or 3 nights when the total cost of that could be like half the cost of a cruise. So typically I just can't justify it. I can't really talk myself into it, but I knew that this was a special opportunity and a special trip, and I somehow, God works everything out, and I somehow managed to get a like summer deal that they had going on, and I got the room for, I think it was like $450, which, don't get me wrong, it's still expensive. We are very blessed and very lucky and super privileged that we get to go on these trips at all, let alone to get to stay in a hotel like this. One of the things that makes it even more special is that we're not staying in just a regular room at the Disneyland Resort. We are staying in one of the new DVC suites. So if you don't know what DVC is the Disney Vacation Club, which is Disney's version of a timeshare. I would love to be DVC owners, but we are not quite in that like time of life yet. They're very expensive. It is essentially purchasing another mortgage. Maybe one day, if we both kind of make our way up the corporate ladders at our jobs, maybe one day that can be a thing. But right now, especially with Nick on the transport list and unable to travel, it just doesn't make sense for us right now. But fortunately for me and for us, you are able to rent DVC points and rent out DVC rooms if there are a surplus of them that they have not rented out to DVC members, and that is what we did. So yes, $450 is still expensive for a hotel room, but it is essentially half the price of what it normally costs. So being that we're only going for 2 nights, and that was what the price was, and that it's our anniversary, this was the perfect time to do it. Again, I'm super excited. The Disneyland Hotel is beautiful. We always go and walk through it, and we've eaten there before, and there's so much history, and it's just such a beautiful part of the Disneyland Resort. So getting more into our itinerary, we will be driving from Las Vegas to Anaheim, which is about a 4.5 hour drive on May 21st, which I believe is a Wednesday. We took the day off, so we'll be leaving in the morning, dropping the dogs off at boarding, and then hitting the road. For us, a road trip to Disneyland is not complete without a stop at Starbucks. Sometimes we like to stop in Barstow. If you're familiar with this area at all, if you have done the drive from Vegas to Barstow, you know about the iconic train restaurant. There is a McDonald's in Barstow that is inside a train station kind of, and then the restaurant portion where you sit at the tables is actually inside the like a train car itself. If you've been in the area, you know what I'm talking about. We always either stop there or at a Starbucks. No road trip is complete without some sort of snack, and those are usually ours. So we'll make the drive up to Anaheim and check into the Disneyland Hotel, like I said, and then we won't be going into the parks that night. We'll probably just hang out in Disney Springs, grab some dinner somewhere, and then on Thursday, our first like full day in Anaheim, we will be heading into the parks. So we do have park hopper tickets. We always do Disneyland first, and then once we kind of have been there for a while, then we hop over to California Adventure. I love California Adventure. When I was younger, I was not a Disneyland fan without having ever been there. I swore that it was too small and I wasn't gonna like it. I grew up going to Disney World. I'm from Florida. I just assumed that I was gonna hate it. And over the years, I have fallen so in love with Disneyland, the history of the parks, the blueprint of the park. It is so much smaller and more intimate, and just knowing that Walt had his hand in it, and Disneyland is truly his creation and his baby, is just something that I really feel every time I'm there. And I really love the rides, especially in California Adventure, since we don't have those rides in Florida. Incredicoaster is one of my favorite rides. So yeah, I'm really excited to get to go to both parks. We are also going during the Disneyland 70th anniversary, which I'm very excited about. There are all going to be all sorts of treats and special merch, which I have already been scoping out, and fireworks shows, and just so much fun to be had, and I am super excited. I will probably do this vlog on through packing, and then the next video you see after this one will be our travel day vlog. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoy this vlog. I think it will be the perfect kind of middle of the road go between my writing content and my Disney content. I've been trying to find a way to kind of mesh the two together, and I think this is the perfect opportunity. I'm so excited, like I said, to get to do the research right from the parks, to get to find a nice quiet spot somewhere in the parks with a treat, a snack, and do some writing, and just enjoy the environment and immerse myself in that magical environment. So I'm so excited to bring you guys along with me. Good morning, guys. Welcome back. It has been a couple weeks since the last time you saw me and I did that whole first segment talking about our trip. It is now Thursday, May 15th. We are officially 6 days out from our trip. A week from today, we will be on our way to Disneyland. So there hasn't really been much going on in the last few weeks that was worthy of me like showing you guys. It has mostly just been trying to keep up with work, get work kind of ahead, because I am going to be off work for about 5 or 6 days. We did plan this right at the same weekend as Memorial Day weekend, so it'll be a long weekend as well. So yeah, I didn't really want to just show you guys a bunch of clips of me working. So like I said, it is a couple weeks later, but we are getting closer to our trip, like I said, and I think this weekend we are going to be doing some shopping, looking for a shirt for Nick to wear in the park. I have been looking into all of the new 70th merch, which I will do a segment later and show you guys kind of what I'm thinking I want to get. And then I will probably pick this back up. Maybe I'll do a couple of clips next week on Monday and Tuesday, my last 2 days of work, just to kind of bring you guys along a little bit on that. And then you'll see us packing and getting ready to travel. So thank you so much for being here. I'm super excited to bring you guys along on this next week before our trip into Disneyland. I just realized that I didn't even talk to you guys about my writing and my story and where it is and all of that. So truth be told, I have not even written in the last couple of weeks since the end of the rough draft challenge. Work has been super busy, and like I said, I have been trying to stay ahead of work and leave everything ready. So I have kind of let the story sit to the side for a bit so that I can focus on what I need to focus on. And I think that will actually be perfect, because I will be able to pick the story back up right from Anaheim, right from Disneyland, and just pick it right back up while I'm fully immersed in the world, and I think that will be perfect. So if you're here for that writing content, definitely stick around for this video, and then check out the video that I will do from Disneyland, because that is when I will have a ton of fun content from Disney, but also all of the writing content. Good morning, friends. Welcome back. Today is Friday, May 16th, and I woke up this morning and realized that it was time to do our hotel check-in for Disneyland next week, and I wish I had thought to film it, but I was still half asleep and just did it without even thinking about it. And it wasn't until after that I realized that I could have put that in this vlog. So I'm gonna do a quick screen grab and just show you what it looks like now. So basically I just went and it said that I could check in as of today, and it asked me for the phone number that they could text. It asked me for an estimated arrival time, because we might be able to check in early. And then it asked me to select which parking option I wanted. I could do regular parking, which is $40 a night, or valet, which is $70 a night. Originally, I had chosen the 40, or that's what I had anticipated, but I didn't realize valet was an option, And with Nick's knee and his unstable walking, I figured that doing the valet would be easier because I had never seen the parking area at the Disneyland hotel, so I don't know if it's far away from the hotel. I don't know if there's gonna be an area for me to like drop him off, and I know that he can't walk super far, so I think choosing the valet is worth it to spend the more money to just make sure that he is close enough and that he is comfortable. So I went ahead and did that, and then it basically just tells me that on the day of, they will let me know once my room is ready. They'll tell us the room number, and then we can use the phone to check. Hey guys, welcome back. So it is Saturday, May 17th, 18th now. We are officially like 3 days out from our trip. Super excited. Nick is officially on vacation. He actually ended up taking all of next week off. I do work on Monday and Tuesday, but that's actually good because that'll give me some time to prep the manuscript. I want to go through and look at the notes that my alpha readers have been leaving. I have been getting notifications and emails that they've been leaving a ton of comments and notes on the manuscript, and they only have part 1 of the manuscript right now. I'm trying to decide if I want to go ahead and send them part 2 or if I want to wait until I finish everything and then send them the whole thing. I haven't fully decided what I'm going to do yet, but I want to sit down, read their comments, make like a list of things that need to be changed or that I need to like think about based on their comments, and then kind of go from there. That's something that I would really like to try to work on either this weekend or on Monday and Tuesday before we head out. I think I want to do like sticky notes and put them on the wall in front of my desk in my office so that I have those notes kind of visible and like out in the open so I can kind of work my way through them. So yeah, we are gonna go shopping. We're gonna find some clothes for this weekend, so I will bring you guys along. So it is Sunday now, I don't even know what the date is. I think it's like the 18th. It is about 8:47 in the morning. I'm about to go get my nails done before our trip. I think I'm going to do something that kind of matches the colors for the Disneyland anniversary. A lot of the merch is like black and gold, but it has a lot of colorful elements also. So I think I'm gonna try to kind of match that a bit. I'll see what my nail artist can come up with. And then I think I showed you guys that we went to Kohl's yesterday. We found Nick a new shirt that he's gonna wear to the parks. I'm going to wait until we get to Disneyland, or until we arrive on Wednesday, and then we're gonna go shopping. And I think I have some ideas what I want to get from the 70th anniversary collection, and I'll probably wear something from that into the parks. And then tonight, I think we're gonna start. I want to start like gathering the different things that I know we're gonna need for the trip. We actually ended up getting new Apple Watches. We ordered them last night. Nick's cousin's husband works for Apple, and he gets discounts, so he worked with us last night, and we were able to get like $300 or $400 off of what we would have paid Best Buy or Verizon if we had gone through them. So that's awesome. So we're gonna go pick those up today, so that'll be great. I'll be able to use my watch to kind of track our steps and stuff over there. And like I said, tonight we're gonna start kind of gathering the things that I know I'm gonna need. Sunscreen, the different like makeup and stuff I'm gonna take. I want to find my ears, or not find, I know exactly where they are, but get them from where I store them. Kind of figure out, start thinking about outfits and that kind of thing, although I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to take. Just like start kind of accumulating all the little things to make packing on Tuesday night easier. And then I think also tonight I will sit down and I will start going through those comments from my alpha readers, like I said, and just kind of making a list of those and working on the little things that I need to tweak. And I would like to have that be caught up on that before we go on the trip, so that I'm kind of caught up on everything before we get to Disneyland. so that as I'm doing like my research and immersing myself in that world, I kind of have a better idea where I am and kind of what I need or what like plot points I need to think through and stuff. What else? There was something else I was just thinking. Oh, I'm also trying to get ahead in work. I have VA work that I need to do. I just re-signed an old client of mine. I am working on editing her first book for her debut novel. And we are getting to the kind of end stages of editing and starting to talk about marketing and looking for cover artists and that kind of thing. So if you have worked with a cover artist that you like and that is not like super expensive, let me know down below, because we are kind of shopping around for one for her, and it wouldn't hurt for me to have one as well for myself eventually. So I'm starting some new work for her. I want to leave things done for my other clients social media wise for the week, so that I don't have to like worry about that while we're in Disneyland. And yeah, just kind of wrapping things up at work as well. I'll be going into work early tomorrow because I have to leave early because of doctor's appointment. And yeah, just kind of all the last minute things you do before you go on vacation, trying to get the house cleaned up. We did a Walmart grocery order that'll be delivered later. And like I said, just getting the house cleaned up so that we come home to a clean house and stuff. And the next weekend's going to be busy also because it is our nieces and nephews' birthdays. My brother-in-law has triplets, and it is the triplets' birthday. So my in-laws will be in town and just a bunch of stuff going on next weekend also. So yeah, I'm going to end this little segment here. I will show you guys my nails after I'm done, and then like I said, just kind of bring you guys along for some short updates and clips throughout the next couple of days, and then our actual travel to California and everything will be a separate video. So yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, it is about an hour and a half later. I got my eyebrows done and got my nails done. I am obsessed with how they turned out. I think they matched the color scheme of the Disneyland anniversary perfectly, and also they will be perfect for next month for June. These are going to go into June, so perfect for Pride Month also. Kind of subtle for Pride Month, so yeah, I'm really happy with how they turned out. So yeah, I'm gonna head home, pick up Nick, we're gonna go grab lunch, and then head to get our Apple Watches and keep running errands before vacay this week. Story Bible in Notion, but I believe that I moved everything over into Dabble, so I think that is where I will continue this list of notes notes from the alpha readers. So this was like my initial plot ideas. I think I'll just create a separate like note or folder for the alpha readers. Okay. Something else that I think I'm going to do is use these note cards, like index cards, to put anything that is like plot, any comments that are related to plot or like pacing or anything that needs to be like changed in rewrites or edits or anything like that. I'm going to put on index cards and put on my wall up here just so I have like a visual representation. I haven't fully decided what I'm going to do yet, but I do want to take the comments from my alpha readers because obviously that's the point. Otherwise, what's the point of having them read it? So we'll see. I'm going to list them out. I am going to do the index cards in case I do decide I want them. That way I've already done it. And then I will just kind of go from there and figure out what is next. there we have it. It is 10 o'clock now, and I just finished going through all of the comments that are on Act 1 of the Hollow Crown. There was definitely some great notes in there. I made a list. I ended up not doing the index cards because it just felt redundant once I started doing it. A lot of the notes I had already gone in and made the changes to the actual manuscript anyways, so it just felt like there was no reason to go and write additional note cards. One of the things I love about Dabble is that it allows you to highlight, add post-it notes into the manuscript, and add additional basically digital index cards to the manuscript itself. So I figured, what's the point of writing them physically when I can add them right to the manuscript so that I have it when I do eventually go in and revise. So I ended up doing that. So yeah, it looks like as of right now, Act 1 is good to go. I don't know if I want to go ahead and send out Act 2 like I was saying, or wait and use Disneyland as the opportunity to finish up, to do my research, kind of immerse myself in the world, and then finish up Act 3 and then just send the whole thing at once. I haven't fully decided yet, but I think that's the option that I'm probably leaning towards right now. But yeah, that's it for tonight. We have gotten some packing done. I got myself kind of back into the mindset of drafting and getting back into the story. I definitely think I need to go through and reread Act 2 and then just kind of pick back up where I am in Act 3. I'll probably spend the next couple of days doing the rereading and then try to start drafting again. Maybe next weekend when we get back from California. We'll see. But yeah, it has been a productive day. I'm happy with what I accomplished today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey friends, welcome back. It is Tuesday the 20th, I believe now. It is about 5:13. I'm on my way home. I'm officially on vacation. I don't think I updated this week. I think maybe the last time I updated was Sunday night, maybe. Work has been crazy trying to make sure that I leave everything done before going on vacation, being gone for 6 days. We also have my boss's birthday today, birthday lunch, so we were out of the office for a couple of hours, and then Nick had a follow-up at the transplant center yesterday, so I got off work early, and Dobby has also been waking up early, so I've been getting up at like before 5 every day for the last like 3 days, and not getting a lot of sleep is not the best idea for Disney because you wake up early and obviously are going all day, so I really want to try to get to bed early tonight. Hopefully I will sleep well. We're gonna go home and start packing up and getting things ready, and then I will show you guys a little bit of that, and then that will be the end of this vlog. And then tomorrow we will jump into episode 3 of the Hollow Crown series, and I will bring you guys along with us on our travel day, and I might do some riding in the car. Nick usually drives the whole time, and we have a 4.5 hour drive, so I will probably hang out, maybe read the Hollow Crown in its entirety, just to kind of familiarize myself and remember like where I left off, and just make some notes and stuff like that. So I will show you guys all of that, and then on Thursday we will jump into our research day in Disneyland. So yeah, I'm super excited to bring you guys along with me. Like I said, I will show you guys what we get up to tonight and a little bit of our packing, and then we will close out this vlog. Okay guys, it is later on. I don't know what time it is. It's about 9:10. We have been packing. I showed a couple of quick clips of that. I am just doing the last little bit. I'm gonna bring this bag for the car to have my laptop in, my iPad, my Kindle. I'm gonna bring a book. I might bring my Switch as well. And then I'm gonna get my park bag ready. This is like the little electronics bag that I always keep. Usually I take this when I go to Disney World, but when we go to Disney World, we're there for a week, so Disneyland we're only gonna be on for a few days, so I'm not gonna take this whole thing. Really, the only thing I need out of here is the like charge bank that we have. You can see the dogs are here getting into stuff. We will take them to boarding in the morning before we head out. So yeah, this is basically what we always do to pack. We basically just go day by day and pick the outfits we want to wear for each day. Figure out what shoes we're gonna wear. We always pack our toiletries early. I think I showed that earlier in the week. Okay, guys, there you have it. That is gonna be the end of episode 2 in this Hollow Crown series. Thank you so much for following along. There's been a little bit of everything in this video, talking about our trip, talking about writing, where I am in the writing process, some packing, some work stuff. So it's been kind of all over the place, but that is just kind of what life is right now. Well, I feel like it's pretty accurate and realistic to life as it is right now. Yeah. And I'm very grateful for you guys following along and watching this video. I'm very excited to bring you guys along on this trip with us. So I will see you tomorrow for travel day.